the underlying principle. So to solve a system of many equations in many variables, find a way to combine this first to produce a single equation in a single variable. That is, it is really elimination of variables that underlies all analytic methods of solving systems. So mostly elimination method is very useful, especially if you have many variables. I mean, you have two or three or more than two variables in the equation. Okay, so let's get back to substitution method. So for this time, we will solve the system of nonlinear equations using the substitution method. So for number one, x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0, and the second equation is y minus 1 is equal to x squared. So one of the equation has 2 ang iyahang power, making it non-linear equation. So dili na siya straight line ang tanan or line lang siya. One of the equation is non-linear. So x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. So y is equal to x plus 2. We're talking about the first equation here. So y is equal to x plus 2. That's for our first equation. So the second equation is y minus 1 is equal to x squared. So according to our first equation, spilling everywhere, y is equals to x plus 2. So we will substitute the value of y by x plus 2 sa atong second equation. So the second equation is y minus 1 is equal to x squared. So our y is x plus 2. So x plus 2 minus the 1 is equal to x squared. So x squared here, then is we will transpose x here to the right. So may mo siya negative x, and then 2 minus 1 is positive 1. Transpose kaya po na to sa right. So negative 1 is equal to 0. So we will get the value of x because na-simplify na siya. X na lang ang nabili na variable for our equation. X squared minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. By our, if we get the factor of this equation, x squared minus x minus 1 is equal to 0, we will think of a number ng iyahang product. Two numbers pala. A number or two numbers ng product is negative 1, while if you add or subtract, ang iyahang value is negative 1. So, the possible nga combination will be negative 1 and 1. Para mahimog negative 1 ang, because negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. However, if you add or subtract the value negative 1 and 1, it is equal to 0. Pero here, dapat negative 1. So, dili na to siya makaya by that kind of process of factoring. So, we will use, it's either completing the square or quadratic formula. For this example, we will use quadratic formula since simplified man ang iyahang equation. So, for quadratic formula, ang iyang form ana is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, and c are the coefficients or the constants. So ang formula for the quadratic equation is x is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. I don't know if you remember this one. You have this in your junior high school. So, the value or the coefficient of x squared is 1. So, our a here is 1. Meaning a, while the b is the coefficient of b, that's negative 1. So, b is equal to negative 1. while the c is negative 1. Negative 1. So we will substitute that to our formula, negative b. So negative times negative 1 plus minus square root of negative 1 squared. Negative 1 supposed to be ni. And then minus 4 times a is 1 and c is negative 1 over 2 times c, which is 2 times negative 1. Ay, sorry, 1 lang di ay. Positive 1 na tama. A times 2 times a man. So 2 times 1. So negative times negative 1 is positive 1 plus minus square root of 1 squared. Negative 1 squared is 1 minus 4 times 1 is negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. So 1 plus 4 over 2 times 1, which is 2. So square root of 1 plus 4 is square root of 5. So this is ang iyahang result. X is equal to 1 plus minus square root of 5 over 2. That's for our x. So we have value for our x. Wala pa sa y. So we will use 1 plus square root of 5 over 2 or 1 minus square root of 5 over 2 as our value of x. Okay, so since for our equation, mo man nato na-derive, y is equal to x plus 2. So we will substitute the value of x with this one. Okay, y is equal to, ang x nato is 1 plus square root of 5 over 2 plus 4 over 2. Ato rin niyo siyang fraction ang form para pareha ang denominator niya dire sa left kani siya. 1 plus square root of 5 over 2 para ma-add nato ang fraction. So y is equal to 1 plus 4 is 5 plus square root of 5 over 2. That's the value for our y. While if our x is equal to 1 minus square root of 5 over 2, again, y is equal to x plus 2. We will substitute the value of x with this one. So 1 minus square root of 5 over 2 plus kani atong gifraction. Ikuha na to ang least common denominator para pareha sila sa kani siyang equation, which is 2. So plus 4 over 2. So y is equal to 1 plus 4, that's 5 minus square root of 5 over 2. So the solution set of the system is 1 plus square root of 5 over 2, and then yung partner 5 plus square root of 5 over 2, and then 1 minus square root of 5 over 2, then ang yung partner is 5 minus square root of 5 over 2. If you're going to plot that, the first equation, kani siya, is linear, while the second equation is a parabola opening upward. So this one is linear while ang parabola is opening upward. So these are the points of their intersection. Y minus square root of 5 over 2 and 5 minus square root of 5 over 2, and then 1 plus square root of 5 over 2, and then 5 plus square root of 5 over 2.